All right. See if we can pull off this one. Real tough opponent.
Back half plays more like a prevent, focusing on not letting people get behind them. But when I blitz all linebackers, it's also vulnerable with quick, short throws. If you want to know when it's best to pull either of these plays, the best indicator of where your opponent is going to throw the ball is by looking at the down and distance. If it's first and 10,
We gotta study some plays, man. Get some defense.
It's going to be a short throw, making the pinch-poke zero a better option. Compared to 3rd and 20, where you would want to choose a coverage that doesn't give up anything deep. No big deal, though, is now he only has about 25 to 30 yards of space left in the end zone. So now that is my indicator. On the next play, he runs wide outside, which is probably the biggest weakness of the defense, but that's totally optional. As pinching the defense will close up any inside run lanes, but it will also make your linemen easier to block and keep them inside against outside run plays. If your opponent takes this approach, you will have to adjust by spraying the defensive line and spraying the linebackers instead to help stop the outside runs. Now that he is inside the 5, he tries the same type of run, but this time I know where he's going, so I shoot the gap and get it for a loss. Your ass down. On the next play, he runs it again and keeps it with Lamar, but this time the conservative setting holds up as we push him back for another loss. Now from 9 yards out, Lamar gets instantly buried as his defense holds into a field goal on what looked like the RPO glitch, since this coverage corner turned to a blitzer for no reason at all. I wanted to highlight this because of all the comments crying about how overpowered and cheesy this defense was. No one is innocent in online head-to-head games, so don't feel bad for anyone. This dude is running somewhat glitchy plays all drive, and it's fair to fight fire with fire. I'm running my gun stack like flex scheme, but I'm going to be spending most of this video going over the defense. I just made a video breaking this down, so if you guys want to learn more about it, I'll have a link in the description as well as a link to the end of the video, so stick around for that, as this is easily one of the most explosive offenses in Madden 24. On defense, I choose the man zero blitz once again, and this drive starts off a lot better as the QB run he is using is now dead. I picked cover 4 in the next play, expecting more run plays, but instead I give up another play in the middle to the open route. Now this 1st and 10 again, I go back to the zero blitz, and the tight man coverage makes him hold the ball, resulting in another sack before he hurries me up to try to do it again, only to get buried again. And now that I'm in a 3rd and forever situation, I will switch to the prevent cover 4 because all it takes is one guy to miss the tackle and cover 0, and I'm giving up 31 yards just like that. So this is the best defense for this situation. He takes a short route and gets back to 4th and 9, but I'm cool with that as we switch back to the cover 0 in the next play. On offense, if you can't beat him, join him, I guess, as my opponent starts to use the exact same pinch-poke 0 that I am.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay.
And totally starts shutting me down as well, almost knocking me out of field goal range. Almost. So I will show you guys how to beat that in the very next drive. As my opponent quickly 3 and outs before deciding to go for it from the zone 28. Back on offense, as he is running my defense now, and I know the weaknesses, I'm going to switch offenses entirely to under center and run the football. A lot of people will figure this out, but the best formation to attack the man zero blitz is from any formation that has 2 wide receivers on one side of the field so that both can match and be on the same side. From here, all I have to do is flip the play with the right stick, and just like that, there is no one out here to contain me. Now I'm up 2 scores with 1 minute left and a half. I expect my opponent to start forcing things deep, so I go back to the prevent defense, and you know what they say, prevent prevents you from winning. So I go right back to the manager blitz and almost get an interception on the next play.
That was a close one.
We get him into a 3rd and long from here, only
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go to Barkley again. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and a yard. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. It rips off a nice run there.
A first down carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now Hurts going to move him around. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Smith, the man in motion left. A give to Barkley out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got it. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-2. Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with ball. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got first down, too.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deuce Vaughn, 51 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he will push forward and pick up the 1st down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, you know, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Up the middle with Barkley.
Another miss.
On his feet. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Damone Clark. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Aubrey now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Eagles 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Hurts. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. 22 yards there. A first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On first down, Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoff.
Notification. Headset disconnected.
As we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
No touchdown.
Barkley inside handoff, and nothing much materializing.
Damn, we wasn't ready. That's how they do
Get a
me.
couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. That'll be taken by Shaheed. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 69 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Now 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 14 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point up there. He's going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 75 yards. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Ooh,
now, meanwhile, there's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
What? Wow.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 it goes. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
See the clock. My man.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
I'll take it.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
That's Keely Ringo, who was there in on the stop.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped down quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throw over the middle, taking it in. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. You have to be a little careful. You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try to cover the field.
And
the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Again, a run with Vaughn. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play is called, there is hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. When you have a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Third and 3. They'll try and run for it with Vaughn. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Deuce Vaughn with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. No CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
All right, we back.
Yeah, we got to play. I guess past this morning. I think it's past the last time. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Good ball.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. In motion left goes Smith. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Working middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there.
You got to win the fourth quarter.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Obviously, that's some good work there. The key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be...
He'll make the diving catch. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 84 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
On 2nd down, a run to Dobbins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Right back to Dobbins on first. He's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A give running right is Vaughn. So take this down to the 26-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up the first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Second and 9. Running behind center with Vaughn. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's a give to Vaughn. The Eagles will take their 3rd and 4th timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Here's 1st and 10. Motion left, Smith. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Pressure.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. this complete to Shaheed. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
Good D.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This is Smith to the ground. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 37. Again, he'll drop to throw. The left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
It doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Here's first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand. Taking a knee, and guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. And the Cowboys will advance to the next round as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.
We pulled it off. Okay then. That's what's up.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.
Okay then.
again, the man-covered safety makes the play because that's just, for some reason, they do a much better job playing the run and man coverage.
Let's go to the next league, baby.
So that's why to me it's best to probably have both of them. You can see he just kind of shoots right down like he's in a run commit for the most part.
Looking for the same results.
But ultimately, this defense is just, this is probably still your best run-stopping defense. Like I said, I would just switch this over to like a cover 3 shell. And especially since it's going to be an inside zone like it is here, you can see that he's running right in the direction of the man from the safety. So you don't really need both the safeties and man coverage. It's really just the one. And that's all that's really going to matter. Just make sure you have somebody backing you up in that single high safety look. Next up we have the cover 3 cloud. It's another defense that is going to give people issues. If I'm going to use somebody, I want to stay up with 3-rec because the 3-rec is probably the best out of all of these. The hook curls aren't great, so I'd rather use one of the hook curls. And this is just another defense that's going to throw a ball at your opponent, as they might not necessarily know how to handle it. It's definitely hard to one-play touchdown cover 3s. I still find that it's best to use this tactic where you just using these clouds. Clouds don't do much for me. They're not very good, so I'd rather just man the extra clouds. And we're going back to sweep runs because this is pretty much all the Kansas City Chiefs do apparently. Is run jet sweeps for receivers. So, like I said, once again, not a great defense when it comes to run defense because it's a small package. You know what I mean? It's not really too great. That hard flat there still didn't take care of that speed out route, but it did a better job